Okay, I'm making this video because I purchased a Kent Genesis GX7 for myself for Christmas, and I was asked to make a video and take multiple pictures of all the parts that were broken when I received it. This is my bike. It has a little bit of a warped front tire. I've owned this bike for years. Good mountain bike, but I decided I wanted to try a cruiser. And it showed up just in the most horrid condition. Not because it was damaged in shipping, but because it was damaged in production. The box showed up, wasn't dented, no holes. Pristine condition. It was delivered by FedEx. So let me start. Here are the strands of sheared brake cable that I had to remove because the brakes were tightened so tightly that the brake cable was half sheared through. So I spent an hour unwinding the broke threads of cable trying to make it function, because neither brake set of calipers or brakes worked at all. During that endeavor, I discovered this. This is the washers that were on the brake calipers. They were tightened on so forcefully that they were actually jammed down inside of the brake caliper, and they just didn't work. So I had to actually pry that one out of the hole that the nuts go around. This one is so severely bent that it's basically starting to do what that one did, which is go down inside the hole of the calipers. I don't know if you can see that because it's very, very small, very, very cheap, thin, almost like aluminum. This is the end of the brake cable, which literally fell off on its own. Just fell off. Okay. So now, this is the front brake. After dealing with the back brake, I didn't even want to touch the front brake. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. One side does touch the rim. The other side doesn't move at all. Look at that. It doesn't even move. I was told they probably need adjusting, but when something arrives so damaged, why would you even screw with it? Okay, let's cover some other stuff. The handlebars. Handlebars are normally 1 inch, I believe. This is not 1 inch. It's probably 7/8 or 6/8 or some other funky measurement. So when you're going to need handle grips, you're not going to be able to find any because they don't make them that size. Cheap plastic pedals. Very, very cheap. I don't see those lasting more than, a couple of weeks at best. Now this is a cruiser. This isn't a little kid's bike. This is a cruiser. It's a 29-inch. It's designed for people that are rather large, rather be tall or heavy set, or cruisers are supposed to be built mostly heavy duty. Plastic pedals. Okay. It says it has a spring-loaded seat. You probably can't see that. Don't expect springs. It was designed to be able to say it's a spring-loaded seat, not to actually cushion your ride. I've experienced those seats before. Now let's come outside. There's the box that it came in. Notice where the fenders are, right next to the trash can. Let me show you why. Where that one screws on. Oh, not this one. Okay, look. That's the nice dent that showed up. Look at that. Look at that huge dent. scratched. Look at how thin this is. Look at. I mean, this is paper thin. This is going to be hitting your tire. It's going to be, I mean, you wouldn't even want this on your bike. This other one, you know, it's scratched up. There is a dent in it. That one's not that bad, but I removed it. What's the point of having one fender, and it's too small? It's not going to serve its purpose anyway. This is the shape. I don't know if you can see that. The lighting's not really good right here. So now there's half a brake cable after removing, because it's, you know, brake cables are stranded. This was tightened down so forcefully that it actually sheared half the brake cable off. Okay, now I called them, notified them of the problem, took multiple pictures, very, very clear. You know, this camera may not be the best, but I do have a high definition camera, and you know, you can't take better pictures than high definition. And they've sent me back saying we need better pictures, we need videos. Oh, and the tires, the rims are a little bent. They wobble like this. But I'm not going to, you know, after, you know, 15 hours and dealing with them with texting, messages, and 3 times, I'm going to take the bike to Walmart and either get a full refund or walk around to the other side of the store and throw it in their dumpster, because the only thing that's worth anything on this whole bike that, you know, is over $200 is the frame. I will say it is a nice looking frame, although the paint, with all the nicks and scratches in it, the way it arrives, I'd say the paint's probably really, really thin. You know, I wouldn't expect it to look very good for long, but it is it seems to be a fairly sturdy, you know, for being an aluminum bike, frame. So there's no way I can ride it. There's no way I can use it. Do yourself a favor. Don't buy a Genesis bike. Don't buy a Kent bike. You know, I was warned by many, many, many people not to deal with them, and if there was issues, they would just give me the runaround and drag it out to where I got so aggravated that I wouldn't want to deal with it anymore. It seems to be their strategy for dealing with these kinds of scenarios, and it works. I don't want to deal with it. I'm either going to get a refund or I'm going to throw it in the dumpster. So save yourself the money. Buy something that's made, you know, Italian made, German made. Go to a bike shop. It might cost you another $100, maybe $200, but you'll have a bike that'll last for years like they used to, instead of something that's only going to last you a couple of months. And just so everybody knows, Schwinn, Kent, multiple other bike name brands are all made by Pacific Bike Company. They're all the same bikes. If you're going to buy from a store, a regular, you know, Walmart, Sears, Target, whatever, they're all the same bikes. Okay. I hope this helps somebody not waste a bunch of money. All right.